Hello, welcome back to Mountain Gym Card Collectibles. Hope you're having a great week so far. So it is playoff season. And if you're thinking playoffs, well, it's playoffs for the NBA. And it's also, we're in basically the first rounds of the playoffs for the Stanley Cup NHL playoffs. I know a lot of people have been laser focused on the NBA playoffs. But if you're into hockey, these are the days. Anyway, to start us off, I'm doing a preview of the 2024-2025 Upper Deck SP Game Used Hockey box sets that are due to be released on April 23rd, 2025. And when you get into this box set, the price is affordable, around $140 in that zone, but Upper Deck is offering, like I like to think of the big four in each box. You're either going to get 4 autographs, memorabilia cards, or a mix of both. And, for $140, if you're into hockey, that's a great deal. Anyway, if you go to NHL.com, I recommend going there, and you can check out a bracket for the NHL playoffs. And as you can see, we are in the first round, and we can just kind of see who's playing. The Winnipeg Jets, St. Louis Blues, they have, if they're division leaders, wild card, or second wild card, whatever. Dallas Stars, Colorado Avalanche, Vegas Golden Knights, Minnesota Wild, Los Angeles Kings, Edmonton Oilers. So that's the Western Conference teams. And then Toronto Maple Leafs, Ottawa Senators, Tampa Bay Lightning, Florida Panthers, Washington Capitals, Montreal Canadiens, Carolina Hurricanes, and the New Jersey Devils. And that would be the Eastern Conference Finals. So I just wanted to get into those teams, before they roll into round 2, and then the conference finals before the Stanley Cup final. All right. So now you have an idea of the NHL teams that are in the playoffs. The Upper Deck Sports on Instagram. So just to remind you, Alex Ovechkin is really big right now, because he is the NHL all-time goal leader. So when you get into this set, for veterans, he's going to be one of the bigger names to chase. Obviously, there's an upcoming card with Alex Ovechkin and Wayne Gretzky coming out. And, they're kind of hyping up some of these players that are, in the playoffs, like Connor McDavid and Nick Suzuki, for instance, within the Stanley Cup playoffs. So, if anything, you might go to Instagram and check out the Upper Deck Sports, because you can, look at a lot of their awesome cards. All right. Cards, and just a lot of reminders, of the better chases. Okay, so I just wanted to bring this up for anyone who isn't familiar with the current rookie class for 2024-2025. I'll just name a few names. I'll just read what the Google Gemini AI overview says. The top rookies in the 2024-2025 NHL season with potential to win the Calder Trophy, a trophy awarded to the best rookie in the NHL, are Lane Hutson, a defenseman for the Montreal Canadiens, Macklin Calabrini, a forward for the San Jose Sharks, Dustin Wolf, a goalie for the Calgary Flames, Matt V. Michkov, a right wing for the Philadelphia Flyers, and Logan Stankoven, a center right wing for the Carolina Hurricanes. Okay. So when we get into the list, you have an idea of some of the better rookies to chase. All right. Now here I am at Beckett, and Beckett has a great checklist and information, details about the set as well. So If you're serious, I recommend, going to Beckett and, reading what they have. All right, so 2024 to 2025 SP Game Used Hockey puts memorabilia at the forefront. Sure, there are jerseys and other standard fare, but the checklist delves deeper into pieces of pucks, cuts from cords, and the like. Taking it a step further, there are plenty of cards that come from some of the NHL's marquee events like the Stanley Cup, All-Star Game, and more. With game used right there in the name, this is obviously a hits-heavy release. 9-card hobby boxes, up from 6 cards in 2023 to 2024, have 4 total premium cards, including autographs, memorabilia, and tech inserts. One of the biggest changes on the checklist this year is the base set. For a while, standard base cards have been among the product's chase elements, with each limited to the player's jersey number. This time around, Upper Deck is switching to a more traditional approach. The first 100 cards are standard base, highlighting top stars. These land 1 per pack. Joining them are 82 authentic rookies, which are 1 in the quarter packs. So instead of a single base card being more like a case hit, most boxes now have at least 2 such cards. Parallels include red, gold, rainbow, purple, and green 1-of-1s. They have various odds on them, so I recommend going to Beck and check them out. Rookies also have crystal versions. Select base cards and authentic rookies have a variety of autograph and memorabilia combinations as well. Here we see one of the bigger chases, Cutter Gaudier. Nice auto. Looks like a sticker though. Event-specific memorabilia cards. Let's face it, the majority of products today come with memorabilia cards. However, most come with a disclaimer ensuring you there's no way of knowing where the swatches came from. Great point. In some instances, one could even question whether the featured player actually came in contact with the piece. The 2024-2025 SP Game Used Hockey checklist has several places where collectors will know exactly what's in the card and where it's from. Things start with uniforms from the Heritage Classic, Winter Classic, and Stadium Series. There are also NHL All-Star Mascot fabric cards. All these sets have patch parallels number 35 and logo patch cards with just 2 copies each, which I just want to put this out there. I mean, for memorabilia, I've always preferred Upper Deck's early 2000s memorabilia because they basically had a COA or a certificate of authenticity on the back of the cards that said, where it was, the fabric was worn by the player, and, Upper Deck's guarantee. And, Panini really grayed the lines there and really have turned, patches, memorabilia cards into a joke. I mean, to the point, I typically don't like any modern memorabilia cards if you watch my channel because of that fact. Because, and I know that Topps is putting stickers on, like their memorabilia cards right now. But honestly, it's just a sticker. You could just throw any sticker on any patch and, oh yeah, it came from this event. But did it really? I mean, and that's the issue with these kind of hack and slash memorabilia cards. Anyway. Enough of that rant. I'll keep going on here. Puck pieces and tough net cords are also available commemorating these events. Joining them are Stanley Cup net cords out of 35. Banner year relics are back for another year. Instead of clothing worn by players or equipment used by them, these take pieces of the banners hung for a variety of NHL events like the All-Star Game, Stanley Cup Finals, and Global Series. NHL Draft Swag use a variety of things players wore shortly after hearing their names called. Parallels for these are hat and tie. Additional relics, autographs, and inserts. 2024 to 2025 SP Game Used Hockey has no shortage of other autographs and memorabilia cards. Draft day marks return. These have signed manufactured letter patches that can be used to spell out the player's name. Similar Hall of Fame marks are also available. Cards for both sets are numbered to 35. Website's glove relics make their debut, numbered to 15. These have swatches from game-used goalie gloves. You see that? Supreme patches out of 15, Supreme materials, and rookie jumbo patch out of 25 all go with oversized memorabilia. You can see that one. Other hits on the checklist include frameworks, rookie sweaters, inked rookie sweaters, ink sweaters, and stick to it. New grooves 1 in 5 packs is one of 2 standard insert sets. These have red 1 in 10 packs, gold out of 99, rainbow out of 10, purple out of 5, and green 1 of 1 parallels. Like the base set, there are a variety of autograph and memorabilia versions as well. Visible Spectrum 1 in 12 packs is the final insert set in the product. These have just 1 parallel, white, which is numbered to 10. Okay, so this is just some basic information we've gone over already. Cards per pack in the hobby is 9. Just to remind you, packs per box in the hobby is 1. So you're not getting many cards per box. Boxes per case in the hobby is 20. 2 10-box in your cases. And set size is 280 cards, which I wish it was a little bit shorter. For guys like me who have bad luck, those higher the number, I mean, we're just, bad luck is going with us. Anyway, release date is April 23rd, 2025. You buy hobby boxes on eBay. And just a reminder, what's in the hobby box, you get 4 total autographs, memorabilia cards, or premium inserts, 2 parallels, as well as 3 base cards, base, authentic rookies, or new grooves. Okay. So here I am at the base set checklist. This is 280 cards. So they start us off with veterans, and then we go to all-stars, legends, and authentic rookies. Okay. So for veterans, parallels, they have rainbow foil, red, gold, purple, and green 1 of 1s. Starts off, they have Jonathan Huberdeau with the Calgary Flames, Zach Hyman with the Edmonton Oilers, and Timo Meier with the New Jersey Devils. I'll just go down the line here, see who kind of stands out. Obviously, Alex Ovechkin, for the veterans, considering what he just, accomplished, that's going to be one of the better chases. But, there's a lot of names here, like Evan Bouchard. Let's see, Dave Pastrnak, with the Boston Bruins. And let's see. And they put some big names together. All right, so here's Alex Ovechkin, for base, with the Washington Capitals. And then right below him is last year's big chase rookie, Connor Bedard. All right. So now let's hit the All-Stars and Legends, 1 in 1 hobby, 1 in 1 e-pack, parallels and rainbow foil, red, gold, purple, and green 1 of 1s. And let's see who is coming out at me here. They have Quinn Hughes with the Vancouver Canucks. That's the top of the list. Let's see, Nick Suzuki, card number 163. And there's Connor McDavid, card number 154. David Pastrnak, number 157 for the All-Stars. What else? Those are the only ones that are coming out at me. I mean, I should be watching more hockey than I have been. Like I said, I've just been, watching basketball last month and a half. But I was watching hockey games. Legends, All-Stars, and Legends, 1 in 1 hobby, 1 in 1 e-packs, parallels, and rainbow foil, red, gold, purple, and green. So these are some more of your older players. Obviously, Wayne Gretzky, card number 173. Oh, boy. Let's see. Jeremy Rennick, card number 198. Bill Guerin with the Dallas Stars tops the list. And let's see. Anyone else? Okay, so now we're in the authentic rookies. 1 and 1 1/4 hobby, 1 and 1/4 e-packs. They come in rainbow foil, red, crystal gold, purple, and green 1 of 1s. Obviously, Macklin Calabrini with the San Jose Sharks comes out at me. He's one of the better rookies to chase. And let's see. Matvey Michkov, card number 250. Okay, so here's Logan Stankoven, card number 213. So, I mean, they have, I suppose we could also look for Lane Hudson. for some of the bigger rookies to chase. There he is, Lane Hudson, card number 279. All right, so over that. And then we have the green checklist. 245 cards, autographs are noted. All right. And these are all 1 of 1s. And they start off with Jonathan Huberdeau with the Calgary Flames with this 1 of 1 auto. Is anyone else coming out at me? There we go. Alex Ovechkin, number 107. You can chase his 1 of 1 auto, considering, one of the better chases. And then 108, Connor Bedard. 2 big names there. Granted, the Connor Bedard, it's not a rookie auto or anything, but still, great chase. A lot of autos. Looking at this, here's Matvei Michkov, card number 250. Then we have come the purple checklist, 245 cards. It says autographs were noted, and these are numbered out of 5. And then there are autos. Jonathan Huberdeau, Calgary Flames tops the list again. And anyone else coming out at me? Once again, the Alex Ovechkin auto. But there's no Connor Bedard auto. Again, Macklin Calabrini out of 5. Then here's the rainbow foil checklist. It's 279 cards. These are numbered, various numbering. I see 10, 28, 18, 37. I mean, it's all over the place. And just kind of like the list we more or less went over with the players on this one. Just some more numbered cards. Here's your Connor McDavid out of 97. Nick Suzuki out of 14. Macklin Calabrini, once again, out of 71. Logan Stankoven is above him, out of 11. So that they have some bigger names on here. All right. So I definitely recommend checking that list out for yourself with all the various autos and base cards, numbered cards. Fairly long list, a lot of players, which that's kind of the downfall is there's so many players that you could pull out a player that's, doesn't have, very much name recognition, unfortunately. All right. So now here I am at the base blue autographs checklist, 169 cards, 1-7 hobby, 1-7 e-packs. And, another long list of players. Connor McDavid for an Oilers super short print, card number 154. Wayne Gretzky, another super short print, card number 173. For veterans anyway, if you want to get into the rookies, once again, probably Macklin Calabrini, the San Jose Sharks comes out at me, for rookies. He tends to have a lot of name recognition for the year. Lane Hudson, card number 279. Anyone else on there? All right, then the base gold auto premium memorabilia checklist. 139 cards. Various numbering on these cards. 10, 15, 25. They have Jonathan Huberdeau at the top of the list. Once again, some of the names aren't really coming out at me on that one like the other lists. Let's see. Maybe I missed them. I mean, yeah, you have Nick Suzuki. Connor McDavid, numbered out of 5 on that. All right. We have the base purple auto sponsor logo patch checklist, 133 cards. That's fairly long, and these are all one of ones. Good luck with that for getting the better players. Connor Bedard, 1 of 1. Not his rookie. Just to remind you, not his rookie card. Alex Ovechkin just above him. There's Connor McDavid's card number 154. Nick Suzuki. This list is kind of a wash, rinse, and repeat. It just kind of, it's the same like players, just different types of cards. V. Mitchkoff. Lane Hudson. So, I'm trying to hit, some of the bigger rookies, current players, whatever. Legacy. Base rainbow foil autographs checklist, 128 cards. These are all one of ones. And basically, it's the same list that we have just gone over. It literally is, for the most part. Base red auto jersey checklist, 147 cards. A little bit longer list, but for the most part, these cards are numbered, 149, 99, 35, various numbering. As far as the list goes, once again, they're just basically wash, rinse, and repeat the same list. Alex Ovechkin, Connor Bedard, we're constantly seeing those two together. So you get the idea of how this works. Draft day marks checklist, 27 cards, 35 cards per letter. Okay. And, Macklin Celebrini is on there again. Logan Stankoven just above him. Lane Hudson. So they're hooking you up with some of the bigger rookies on this checklist. Inked rookie sweaters checklist, 23 cards. Patch number 35, no Doan. And let's see, who do we have? Maybe not as big of names on that. We have Lane Hudson numbered to 99 on there, for rookies. Your Cutter Gaudier, with the Anaheim Ducks, was up there. Okay, so inked sweaters checklist, 21 cards, patch number to 15, various numbering. You have like this Connor Bedard, number to 35. Alex Ovechkin, number to 35. Nick Suzuki. New Grooves autographs checklist, 18 cards, 140 hobby, 140 e-pack. Just a short list. Cutter Gaudier of the Anaheim Ducks tops the list. No one else is really coming out at me except for like Lane Hudson with the Montreal Canadiens, for rookies. New Grooves auto jersey checklist, 17 cards, parallels and patch out of 10, sponsor patch out of 2. Almost like the same names that we just went over for the most part. Signing day marks checklist, very short, just who's on there. Arshdeep Bains and Devin Cooley. All right. 2 cards, 35 copies per letter. All right. So that is more autographs plus memorabilia cards. So quite a few. And that could be one of the reasons why the price is, a little bit lower on this product, because the checklist is fairly long. Anyway, memorabilia cards. These are 2022 Stanley Cup carpet relics. I have Bowen Byram at the top of the list, cards numbered to 24. Oh, anyone else on here coming out at me? Not many players. Okay, 2023 Global Series Melbourne Banner Year Relics checklist, 10 cards, 120 hobby, 120 e-packs. Not a lot of players coming out at me on that one. 2023 Global Series Melbourne Net Cord Relics checklist, numbered out of 35. Kind of the same checklist, kind of a wash, rinse, and repeat. Here's a 2023 Global Series Melbourne Puck Relics checklist, 4 cards, odds not announced. Just four players there. 2023 Global Series Sweden Banner Year Relics checklist, 16 cards, 140 hobby, 140 e-packs. I mean, there are a lot of relics, a lot of memorabilia. 2023 Global Series Sweden Fabrics checklist, 25 cards. If you're serious about this, you're gonna have to get into these memorabilia and relic cards yourself, because look at how long this is. This just keeps going on and on and on. And that's why I'm not going to say all the names for the memorabilia and relics. This is one of the downfalls of this product. It just really is. There's just too much. Just too much. And I'm one of those guys that thinks if you're going to do memorabilia and relics, you really need to slab them up with autos. But to be fair, I mean, just look at how long this is. I'm not even saying all of it. To be fair, Upper Deck does it right, because, they basically do give you, a COA, certificate of authenticity, on the cards. And they came out and said it, All right, so now we're in the inserts. And the insert list isn't near as long as the memorabilia. I mean, the memorabilia is so long, I couldn't even get into it very well, because it's just miles long. There's so much memorabilia in this set. All right, so HOF letters checklist, I guess Hall of Fame. 30 cards, 35 copies per letter. If you're into inserts, at the bottom of the list comes out me, Wayne Gretzky. They have Tim Horton on there. Anyone else? Mario Lemieux. Pittsburgh Penguins. All right. The new Grooves checklist, 1 in 5 hobby, 1 in 5 e-packs, and red, gold, rainbow, purple, and green. Parallels. Cutter Gaudier, the Anaheim Ducks, is at the top of the list. And they have Lane Hudson on here. Visible Spectrum checklist, 35 cards, 112 hobby, 112 e-packs. Whiteout 10. And what do we have? Sidney Crosby is the top of the list. Logan Stankoven is VS-21. Let's see. And that's it. Lane Hudson is at the bottom of the list. So at least the inserts aren't out of control. The memorabilia cards, I mean, that's insane how much memorabilia there is. I mean, they must have just been hacking and slashing away. All right. You can purchase 20-box cases of this product for $2,699.95. Or you can also, just purchase a hobby box of it for, $139.95. So we will look at the hobby box. Just remind you, 4 autographs or memorabilia cards per box. Okay, so there is the hobby box. Here's the base set gold parallel, base set legends, purple auto parallel, and your red auto jersey parallel. Your NHL Heritage Classics Fabrics patch parallel, your website's glove relics, and your rookie jumbo patch. And this is really one of the big things about this product is as you get into the checklist, there is a lot of memorabilia. All right, so then we have the 2024-2025 SP Game Used Hockey, Draft Day Marks, NHL Stanley Cup Final Net Cord Relics, NHL All-Star Game Puck Relics. All right, remember that really well. And you can also shop online for this product. I don't believe you're going to find any shortages of it, so I wouldn't sweat it out. They're selling at Steel City Collectibles $139.95 per hobby box. Double A Mint cards is a little bit less, $133.99. Here's Mint Tink selling it for $137.28. So it's out there. Overall, it's there. Is the product worth it? Well, considering the price, considering that, they're offering you, a mix of 4 autos, memorabilia cards per box. Yeah, you're only getting 9 cards per box, but It's a licensed product. If you're into the NHL, playoffs, first round are going currently. So I'd give it a full thumbs up. I'm not a big memorabilia person. If I want memorabilia, I want the whole jersey. I'm old fashioned. But they are loading you up with memorabilia. We went over that list. I mean, I was just scrolling down there as fast as I can. It's just miles long. So if you're really serious, look over that memorabilia list. As far as the autos go, I mean, they're loading you up with a lot of opportunities for autos, and other cards as well. Just base rookie cards, whatever. So if you're into the NHL, I wouldn't say that this is a cash grab. I mean, we're getting so used to just cash grabs, whether it be from Topps or Panini on so many of their licensed items that, to me, this is not a cash grab. And they're doing the memorabilia right, basically giving you a COA for the most part. So anyway, if you have any other different opinions on the set, leave some comments. Comments are awesome. Thank you to all my subscribers and subscriber base. You're the ones keeping this channel together. And if you're a viewer and if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe so I can continue to improve the channel and not work for free forever for Google and YouTube. Anyway, hope you have a great day. I'm out of here. Bye.